Hi YouTube, Roy Marko with Marko Custom Build Models. Coming to you with the vintage 41 Willys gasser. This is the same Stonewoods cookie gasser. This is the old version with the blue paint job on it. What you can do with the version I showed on the last unboxing. So this is what you got if you wanted to build that 41 Willys gasser back in the day when I was a kid. I had one of these when I was younger. Of course, back then I couldn't appreciate how beautiful this model really is. So I happened to find another version of this, and I'm going to share it with you now. So this one obviously has been opened. It hasn't been sealed, but it hasn't been started when you bought it. There you go. Here's that 41 Willys body. Beautiful. It has opening doors, the hood, the trunk lid opens. This car you can really go all out on. It's just also 25th scale, just like the other one I showed. Here's the body there. Here's the racing slicks here you get. This is it says Race Master Dragster right on the slick. It has nice lettering on it. It's the old pie crust style slick, and how those came to be back in the days, they used a truck tire and they retreaded them, if you can believe, in the early slicks. Then there was a company that started making them. And there's the slicks there. You get, of course, two of them. And then the front tires, same story. On one side you have lettering, and these say Pirelli on the tire. Pirelli. These are a very nice thin tire. Of course you get two of those. Okay, so we have a bag of parts. I'll open that up. First up we have the hood. There's that hinge I talk about. Here, I'll show you with the body. That hood goes in and under there, so when you lift it up it can stay up, but it's kind of hokey. So anyway, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible, and the hood fits really nice, follows the line and body quite well. Also inside you do have the cutout for that blower to come through. Here's the tree that has the floor pan assembly, and it's a smooth pan here. There's no carpet texture. It does have place for two seats and your shifters and your trunk placement here. You also have your door panels, which have a nice pattern on them, and then your doors, which fit in the body. You can make them open if you want to have them open. There's the underside there. This is really neat for me. This model was licensed in 1982, which is the year I was born, so that's kind of special. Here we have the ladder bar rear suspension, the differential, a cross member, radiator, drive shaft, steering box, steering link, front leaf springs, straight front axle. We have the rear springs just set up just like the other one. You got our spindles, because you can have steerable wheels on this model, some shock detail front and rear. We'll flip that over so you can see the other side of that axle. This here looks not like a Ford 9-inch, like maybe a truck axle. It has a bolt-on cover like they had back in the 50s. And that's probably when this car was built, so very period correct. On this model you get a chassis here, very similar to the other one there. You get a set of bucket seats, low back, so you could take a passenger in this car. If you notice, it's not so much like a racing bucket, it's more like a regular shallow back seat. Here's that rear package tray. It's off the tree. This has a sort of a tuck and roll pattern on the top, and then this also has the placement for the hinges for the trunk deck. Speaking of the trunk deck, here it is, the trunk lid. There's another wall for the trunk divider. Dashboard, a little different than the one yesterday. This is more like the original Willys dashboard. We have some suspension control arms here. This looks like a front pan on the chassis. Some trunk hinges and possible door hinges here. This here is the padding for the roll bar, and it also has a tuck and roll to match that rear package tray. You flip that over, it's the other side of it. Here's a little tree with what appears to be a plastic axle and some steering link here. Here's some bumperettes and some pieces for hinging. We have the wheel backs for the drum brake detail on this car. It's just a four-wheel drum brake on it. We flip it over. That's the other side. This engine is a work of art. This is the bottom end here. You got an oil pan, the cylinder heads. Look at the detail molded in. That has the valves molded in on these cylinder heads on the bottom side. And then you have the upper block detail with pistons at different heights. There should be another one probably in the bag. Up here it is. There's the other side. Okay. We got bell housing and water pump and timing chain or timing gear cover detail. We got this also has that same looking automatic with a side pan, so maybe if anyone can fill me in what transmission that is, if it's a Linko or something like that, I'm not sure. These are upper lower radiator hoses and some oil filter detail and a filler neck and part of the blower belt assembly and blower assembly there. We'll flip that over and see the other side. I love these engines. You almost don't want to put them together so you can display them apart. They're just beautiful moldings back in the day. These are the inner trunk walls for left and right side. There's the other side of it. That's it for the blue plastic, so let's get into what's on the chrome tree here. So here's the chrome. Let's zoom in on these wheels. These are the same kind of wheels that come in the other model as well, except in the back, if you notice, they're 4-hole. And then you have fender well headers, of course, headlights, and other details. Those look like the tail lights here. We got that grill that had the holes in it, obviously. The other one has that photo etch piece. These are grill bars if you want to change up the look. This is the windshield trim that goes around the windshield. These have the same for the rear window up here. These are the wheel backs. Over here we have the blower detail, intake, front and rear halves. There's the blower sides and a set of valve covers, which this has a steering wheel here, that sort of foot-shaped gas pedal, a chrome roll bar, some extra gauges, have some handles for the doors and the trunk. We got hood sort of hold downs, things like that. Here's that blower hat, the air scoop intake there. There's the setup that goes below that, your license plate holder. We have the bumper here and some trim detail that glues on the side of the car. So there's a lot of chrome there. This kit is just a lot of small pieces and way more complicated than the other one, but you pull this off, it's very beautiful. There's one side of that chrome tree. I want to show you the steering wheel there on this side because that's the way you can see it. Now we have the same stone, woods, cookie, gold lettering, black for the doors and for the car. Oh, there's another set of water slides in here as well. There you go, license plates, maybe for another version of the car. When I was a kid, this was hard to do, so it didn't really get done, but it just comes with a clear piece of plastic. You have to cut all your windows out. Nothing is on a tree preformed. Here are the instructions. As you can see, opening doors, pulsable wheels. Let's see if they mention what engine that is. You know what? This is an Oldsmobile engine. It says on the box, actually, just looking at it. So I did not know that. It looked like 409 cylinder heads, but yeah, it's Oldsmobile. As you can see, the axle goes together. It's all steerable. I want to show you here too. You can see it comes with the glass pattern here. You actually lay the plastic over top and trace it out, and that gives you the windows that you need for the model. There you go. That's everything in the box. So there you have it. This is a beautiful kit if you can come across one. It's not something you want to be your first model, but if you're a good experienced modeler, this thing detail is unbelievable. It's just a fun kit. If a guy had another Oldsmobile engine you could glue together, you could use this one in a shop diorama. I just love seeing that kind of stuff. You could have it on an engine stand and the heads off. Anyway, beautiful kit. So thought I'd show you the old one since I showed you the new one. If you like these videos, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Please share and comment, as I love reading the comments. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.